Hey guys and gals, this is Alex Olson here with another multifamily minute here in Kansas City, where the focus is on multifamily properties that have come on the market in the last few weeks. And this week is another fairly quiet week. And I'll go over why that is, or not necessarily why that is, but what we're seeing. And if we scroll in here to the Kansas City Metro, there's only a couple properties that are new to us in the last few weeks. One of which is actually, I think, a pretty decent deal, pretty good deal, without knowing every single little nuance about it, just on the surface of a price per unit. This property here, 12 units for 900,000, is a decent buy. I have sold off-market deals in this area for maybe 60, 70,000 a unit, maybe in the 50s. That's heavy value add. This looks to be a little bit less of a value add than those, but is a solid deal here on 40th and Harrison, which is a great location. You guys have seen this 100 times. However, over here, sorry, actually up here is my office where my hand pointer is. So not too far away. I was just on a walk and I walked down to about 39th and Gillum. So again, not too far away. There is brand new construction here on what's called the Four Corners, although I think it has a newer name to it. These 4 blocks here. Well, actually, no, that's up on Armour. These 4 blocks here has amazing new development going on. If you continue further south, you get closer to the plaza, Hyde Park. Long story short, this is an amazing location with maybe 20 grand a unit into this thing, maybe even less. You could have an amazing, really nice property. So that is a deal that I do think has some value to it with a deeper dive. I'm not sure how set the seller is on the price, but that would be one I'd be willing to take a look at together and see what we can come up with to put an offer in on it. The second property is a location that I don't typically transact in much, here in, sorry about the back and forth here, but here on East 26th Street. And this is close to Brooklyn, close to Indiana, off Prospect. This would be a C minus D area typically. This is block by block specific to what exactly is going on in this area. The units themselves look okay. I'm not sure, price wise, 8 units for 600,000 in this location. I'm not too excited about that, especially if I can go over here and get 12 units for 900,000 in a much better location. This is an A minus area for sure. So consider that. I can't speak highly of that location, but I don't do a ton of transactions because it's like the C minus D plus area. So that's everything on the entire market here that's on LoopNet that's come here in the last couple of weeks. Okay, let's switch to MLS, also known as Zillow. At least that's how I use it. And it looks like on the surface, several new properties that have come to market. But if we go into this a little bit deeper, there's really only 3 or 4 properties. This one we actually just looked at. So looks like they've got an open house here today, in fact. So that one could be something interesting to look at in detail. It's got some good agents involved with it. So take a look there and let me know what you think. And then we have these properties here. There's several of these duplexes here in Lee Summit. And all of those properties, it's 12 duplexes, so 24 units, or actually I think it's, sorry, 15 duplexes, so 24 units, 30 units for essentially $6 million, about $200,000 per unit. That's pretty strong, especially where I've seen the rents on these in that $1,000 mark. So you'd have to do a significant amount of work to push that there. They all, a lot of them do have garages. A lot of them are kind of larger. Lee Summit's an amazing market, okay? But I'm selling stuff for $200,000 a unit and helping buyers acquire those in a better location with much higher rents. So that's something you need to consider when you're looking at these duplex opportunities. And that's all in Lee Summit. Again, great market, but looks pretty dang overpriced to me. I actually have a couple duplex in Lee Summit that is $225,000 per unit. However, it's newer and much bigger. It's two-stall garage, huge, two-story, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in Lease Summit and you're willing to pay $200,000 a unit, please reach out to me. We can go over some numbers of a great duplex in that area. This one over here off of East 40th Street. Let's see here. Where is that? Let's go down here. That one is, where is this deal here? Okay, so that one here is maybe not correctly marked, but it's on East 12th Street. It's a 7 units, and they're all different kind of shapes and sizes. They're maybe kind of near downtown. That is east of 71. This is going to be another kind of I wouldn't say rough area, but an area that's less desirable to me and my investors. It does come with a couple vacant lots, and I have an architect who is great with converting vacant lots to something that is usable at a reasonable cost. So anyway, this is a property I cannot really recommend at a high level. Happy to look at it, but it's not my favorite area. It's again C minus D plus at 620. That's a strong price per unit in my opinion. Okay, and then the last property, I'm going to zoom out just to make sure I didn't miss anything. The last property here at on the MLS is this property here off of 36th Street. This one actually is right next to my office, and there's a 3D tour here. So let's kind of explore and pull through that, because I often try to get 3D tours for my off-market deals. So let's take a look here at this particular property. And this is very classic Kansas City, original hardwood floors that have likely been there since thing was built in the 1920s, maybe 1950s. It's quite large with your traditional dining room. It has a galley style kitchen with a pantry here. It does have dishwasher, stainless steel appliances, which is common for this area and very nice. This is likely a bedroom used as an office, or maybe it is just an office, so it's an added bonus because it's a large property. It's got a bathroom here, nicely redone. This here is a bedroom that is of decent to normal size. Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling through this quick, so it might not look super amazing to you, but you're more than welcome to head to Zillow to find this property. The address is right here. Here's another bedroom, quite large. Then we have the living room, balcony. See, we can click outside, takes us outside with a decent view here of Midtown. I'm surprised I actually wasn't walking on the street here, but this is a pretty interesting property. And let's see if we can get back out here to where this is. So it's 1.7 million. And the price per unit on that is going to be well over $100,000, which would be common in this area, especially how large that is. You should be able to get, for that kind of, 2-bedroom, 2.5-bedroom, 1 bath setup, $1,100 a month for that, maybe a bit more depending on your parking situation. So that kind of puts you in perspective on where that's at. So let's say those average out to be $1,100. That means you should at least be able to pay $110,000 per unit, if not 120. You kind of do the math on that to see where that figures out. It's probably an okay investment, fairly turnkey, with maybe pushing rents in a great location. So that is everything. It's new to market in the last couple of weeks. A couple decent opportunities in there. A couple, in my opinion, good one. They might already even be seeing call for offers, and maybe it's nearly under contract by the end of today based on this open house here. So be mindful of that. Usually good deals, great deals are gone under contract within a week or two. So next week, we'll keep an eye to see if that's still available, just as a barometer. Okay. So that's the whole metro there. Now let's head over to what we have available on our members only marketplace. We've got a couple of fourplexes in Olathe, a nice 41 unit apartment complex. We've got 91 units in Overland Park, Class A marketplace, 38 units over here in Independence. That's a Class C market. Museum 24 is going to be again in Midtown. Great location, great set of properties for 135,000 a unit, so not too far off. Broadway is going to be a 42 different studio units that are rehabbed, but with room to rehab even more to get them to top of the market. I think there's a great opportunity on really on all these, but on that one in particular, even though it's studios, it's way underpriced considering the streetcar extension. We actually have several. We got this one here in Eastern Jackson County. I have a couple fourplexes. I've got something coming on board in Raytown that's 26 units. Something else over here in KCK by Wyandotte High School that's 48 units. Parkville 41 units. That's just over $100,000 a unit. So there is a great variety of properties here. You can see it's very similar, but yet lower price, in my opinion, on a price per unit than what you're going to see on market. Happy to talk about anything that's on or off market here in KC. And I hope you've enjoyed the Multifamily Minute. This is Alex Olson here in Kansas City with Xxchange Commercial Real Estate. We'll talk soon.